What's up? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Chad, and this is Chad Makes Art. I'm a dude that just decided one day I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and start documenting the struggles of trying to become an artist for a living. It's something I've wanted to do my whole life, and I've been trying to make a go of it. I started off the year pretty strong. This is like 32 weeks now, maybe, of committing to working on changing my mindset, upgrading my drawing skills, practicing daily. And honestly, 32 weeks, I would have thought that I would have been crushing it and not had a job, a job, but you know, it's part of the journey. Patience is a big part of it. So I realized lately I've been kind of in a rut, and I draw every day. Like, I do these things, these little sketches, kind of have like little dates and stuff. I keep track of just some fun stuff. I've been doodling. So I've been creative. I'm steadily drawing, but I feel very stagnant. Okay, sorry. I like the little logo with the, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a little lizard. I got this dude, like a couple of frogs on like a piece of wood logo. Anyway, I like to make art, and I'm really struggling trying to figure out how to turn it into a way of making money. I feel this very strong resistance towards the negative voice in my head of like believing that I could do this and make a good living doing it. That's been one of the biggest hurdles, honestly, because building the physical chops of like drawing every day is one thing, but if you can't get your head, is that right? Get your head on board with it? I don't know if that makes sense. But if you can't give yourself permission to lean in and really like do it, then it won't work, because it's such a hard thing to get into that if you're not all in, like it's not gonna work. But the thing that really has been sitting with me lately is just the idea of change, like needing to make some kind of radical change with my environment, and really just kind of maybe even like a dopamine detox. I know there's like a lot of buzzwords around dopamine, but I really have gotten in a rut where I'm kind of like going through the same day over and over, it feels like, and it's not getting me to becoming an artist for a living. So I decided I'm moving outside of the Dallas area, probably like 2 hours northeast of Dallas, to an area called Paris, Texas, where my dad's side of the family grew up. My brother lives out there, and we'll be moving in with him, so it would be cool to be roommates with my bro and see where that goes, and build up a little workshop there and kind of keep going. But change is a weird thing, man, because you can want to change but then still not change, or you can know better but not do better, you know what I mean? And I feel like even just in the shower earlier, I was just thinking like it would almost be like ignorance is bliss kind of thing, where like if what I've been doing in life is the best that I could do, then I would just be like, hey, you know, easy to practice gratitude and life is good. But I think the hard part is everything we try to like portray on the outside, we do to kind of fit in like a chameleon with our surroundings and make it seem like, you know, and social media is a tool for that too, of like, look at this one picture of I had one good day recently, and like, man, Chad, like every time I see a picture, he's always smiling, looks like he's out in the sun, like having a good time with life. And we just don't see all like the behind the scenes and the hardships that we go through. We don't really like broadcast that, you know. But if you're going through the motions, or you're going through life, and you know that there's more in the tank, there's more of you to give, more of you to share, and you could be doing better, that's an internal suffering, you know what I mean? And when I say better, just to clarify terms, I don't aspire to have a certain amount of money in my bank account. I don't have any goals of owning big, wealthy mansions or yachts or anything like that. But I do feel like there's so many moments where we can do more, or we can just kind of like default to just like, you know. And in the moment, those don't really matter. It's not like a profound impact on your health if you don't go to the gym one day. But if you don't go to the gym today and then you do that again and again, it's the daily things that you either do consistently and you build moving forward into something versus kind of doing just enough to get through the day or doing less than what you could have done with the day. We all have off days. I mean, I have days where like it's hard to get out of bed, and I just have like a day where I'm like, I'm just not in it today. I just can't I can't shake it off, you know, or whatever. Sorry, my eyes are really tired. What's going on? But yeah, too many of those days where you just kind of give up the day, you start getting behind on life, you know. You might be able to get away with that in your 20s. But in your 30s, people start going like, what are you doing? You know? And then you get to 40 and people are like, bro, what are you doing? Or at least I do that to myself because I know, you know. And it's a funny thing because when we change our whole life and try to like really, not just like, okay, I'm gonna start eating dessert every other night, or not like a subtle change that really is like good for you, but not like life changing, I guess. But when you're trying to revamp like the whole thing, and you're like, you know what, I'm just not happy with the results I'm getting, and so then I can change the actions I'm taking to adjust that, you know. One thing I struggle with is getting started. It's not like a specific thing to me, but from my own experience, it is really hard. And I have ADHD tendencies. I've never been diagnosed, but I kind of know that like I have a hyperactive brain that is distracted easily. It's hard to get focused, but once I get focused, it's really hard to like let go of something and move on. Or just like shift focus from one thing to another is difficult for me. So like to get going, to make that big hump of a change, like that Sunday night, like go to bed early, get up early Monday, and like it's a new day, new week, almost like indicative of like a New Year's resolution, but like just, you know, pick a Sunday night and be like, tomorrow starting that new diet, and we'll go to the gym in the morning. And I don't know, it always sounds good to have some like big huge push. You know, I watched a lot of Disney movies as a kid growing up, and there was always like, which is a movie, so you're not gonna watch like years and years of this guy struggling, right? Like you're gonna, or like the Aladdin like finds the lamp, boom, now he's got genie, now he's got the princess. I mean, it's just like, it's all like big monumental shifts in the hero's journey. But we all go through periods of suffering, and we all go through periods of understanding ourselves or exploring to try to find who we really are. And I think the biggest tragedy in life is even worse than not finding out what you're really meant to be, or who you're really meant to be, what you're really meant to do here. Even worse than not finding out is finding out who you really are and not living as that person, you know. And the idea of like, once I get to a certain point, then I'll change, or like for me with my clothing brand, my clothing brand business, I don't wake up and move through my day as if I'm a clothing brand owner. I'll just be honest, I don't. Like, I want to be that person, but I don't live and embody that energy, you know. So therefore, I don't build into that. Like in all the little ways that I spend my energy and my time every day. A lot of it is just managing, like, what do I have to do today, and what can I do for fun today, or do to relax, or just like a little bit of me time or pleasure or whatever. And I think that, the idea of seeking pleasure ultimately leaves us unfulfilled no matter what, because even the thing that you like if you have a bowl of ice cream, the first bite is going to be delicious if it's your favorite ice cream, but at the end you're just kind of finishing the ice cream, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be weird, it's going to be different, and it's going to be definitely beneficial, because it's going to force me to kind of give up some things that are easily sociability is a good thing, but sometimes if you do have goals that you need to work on, or that you want to work on, there can be a lot of benefit in minimizing the potential distractions. Like, Alex Hormozi, I follow a lot of his stuff online, and he talks about being in a room with the curtains shut and headphones so you can't hear any noise canceling headphones, and maybe puts his phone away or something like that. He just goes to work, So anyway, got some things to work on. Gotta be a little bit different moving forward, but I'm excited, because when you know that you need to make a change, and then when you don't, and you kind of keep pretending it's all right, this is okay for now. For now, it turns into 1 second I was 21 and now I'm 41. So yeah, just being honest with hey, we need to focus, we need to get some stuff going. So anyway, that's all I got for this week. Anybody that actually clicks on these videos and checks these out, any fellow artist that's also going through it, I see you, I appreciate you, and we have a great week, guys. Till the next video.